5 years old, and 3 of those 5 years spent undergoing chemotherapy. You heard this story, you read it. It just grabbed my attention, and it won't let go of me, and I'm not going to let go of it. A little boy named Miles Scott lives in San Francisco. 5 years old. 3 years of his 5 years he spent battling leukemia. He's now in remission. Battling leukemia, undergoing chemotherapy. 3 of 5 years. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But recently, through the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the cooperation of the entire city of San Francisco, this little boy had a dream come true. His dream was to be a superhero, specifically Batman. Talked about it constantly. And so, he was Batman for a day. The entire city of San Francisco cooperated in this. Thanks to the social network, word got out. Thousands of people came out on the streets, lined the streets, as an entire little mini Batman movie was reenacted with Bat Kid, a little 5-year-old Miles Scott at the center, in a specially designed Batman, Bat Kid outfit. They drove him through the streets in a black Lamborghini, his Batmobile. There was an adult Batman accompanying him. It was Gotham City. They brought him from scene to rescue a damsel in distress, to fight the Penguin, to take on the Riddler. It was a little mini movie for this little mini guy, this little Bat Kid, and he punched and he laughed and he exulted, and they gave him a big lunch and a big round of applause, and the streets were filled with people showing their support and acclaiming him a hero, and President Obama made a personal call and said, "Way to go, thanks for saving Gotham." And when it was all over and they asked him to say something, he was so overwhelmed he could not. All he could do was raise a hand and fist in a sign of triumph. Triumph. I did it. Now, that story, like so many others, grabs my attention, of course, tugs at my heart and yours, and stays with me because it lays out before me and you once again the basic story, our story, the story of life. How fragile life is. Isn't that what Jesus just said? What a beautiful temple. And Jesus said, it won't be here one day. Nothing in life lasts. That's his point. All is passing. Life is fragile and fraught with danger. That's just the way it is, Jesus says bluntly. There are earthquakes and wars and storms. The Philippines were hit and devastated by the largest, most powerful storm in recorded history, far away from us. Here and near at home and near to many hearts, Father Steve Popovich of our diocese, simply because of a patch of ice, on his way to visit those in prison, just what Jesus said to do, to minister, and his life is turned upside down. We're praying for his healing. How many asked about him as I arrived today? Just that quickly. Just that quickly life has changed. When we think of apocalypse, we immediately think, oh, the end of the world. Will there be one? Yes, Jesus said, but don't worry about it. The world ends, mine and yours, in so many small ways all the time. There are many apocalypses. There are many endings. There are many crises in life. It changes so drastically because of health, because of accidents, because of what comes down from the sky, what happens on the world scene. The next explosion is right around the corner. That's life, Jesus says, and I can't take it away. I can't purify it for those who believe in me. I can't give you a cloak of invisibility. I can't give you a pass. That's just the way it is. But know this, Jesus says, there's rescue on the way, always. Always. As fragile as it is, as much of a minefield as life can be in the midst of its beauty, as terrible as it can be, there's always rescue at hand, right around the corner. right around the corner, I promise you. If the worst thing happens to you, I'm there for you to rescue you, and not a hair on your head will be lost. Imagine that. He says first, you'll even be killed. You'll get beaten up in life in every way possible, and some of you, you'll even be killed. All of us will die. And Jesus says, and yet not a hair on your head will be lost, will be damaged. By persevering, you'll save your life, because Jesus sees life beyond what I call life, my few years, 61 years. Jesus sees the whole expanse of life, because God in Jesus who is God, can see beyond what we live right here and right now. It's not a matter of my health just now. It's forever. It's not a matter of life right now. It's forever. And thus he says, even if you die, even if you're killed, no matter what happens to you, know this, you'll be rescued. You'll be rescued. I'm there for you with one strong hand to pick you up and carry you home. Hang on to that, Jesus says. Nothing else in life lasts. Nothing else in this life is forever except me for you. Me with you. My hand in yours. Take hold and hang on for the ride. It gets bumpy. It gets sad. It gets some days seemingly impossible, but all will be well. I will rescue you. As down as you get, keep excited. As depressed as you can be in a day, keep excited. As worried as you can get, as we all do, keep excited. Keep excited, meaning something wonderful is going to happen. My God is here for me. My God will rescue me, and I'll have my day like little Miles Scott. My dream will come true beyond all that's wrong. My dream will come true, and in the sight of God, I'll be speechless and only be able to raise a hand in triumph and joy to God. Amen.